help you build a rewarding career with Western Sand and Gravel. Start your career today. Visit westernsand.com.
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at UCLA in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at huskerfantravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a hotel in scenic Santa Monica, an exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on your game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA is not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at UCLA. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at huskerfantravel.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies with light winds. An afternoon high around 83. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, the low around 64. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies, be breezy with an afternoon high near 86. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
Oh, there it is!
Wow, and it's under the chin now. Usamir does not want to tap, but there it is! Anthony Lionheart Smith, wow, continues his rise to the top in the light heavyweight division.
That is a bad man. Bach, that is a bad man. We want to welcome you, and officially the first time we can say this one. It's Lionheart Live on the ticket, man. What's happening?
It's Lionheart Live.
Bro.
Let's go. We finally got a name.
Yeah.
We got a name for it. And we're rolling. We're rolling, DP.
Becky was the one that landed on it. She was just like, no, that's money.
I love it.
Like, that's money. The new graphic is fire.
Oh, yeah.
Digging that. So, well done. The Starter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. Want to be the part we're doing? Hit us up. Don't yell at us from the car. Don't do it. Say what's up, and then yell at us from the car. Like, be decent human being in doing that. You can follow on all the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. Download the Ticket app so you have it. Take us where you go so we can be where you're at. And we would do that as well. Bach, kind sir, if you would, please pay the bills.
Yeah, hour number 1 here is sponsored by Hamilton Telecommunications, bringing you the latest quality technology and communication services since 1901. Whether it's residential or business, Hamilton has the answers. Visit hamiltontel.com for more info today.
It is a busy sports weekend. We are in officially beat it's kind of weird to say beat Houston Christian.
Yeah, when you say it like that.
It's I understand the mission, but y'all need to come take this L.
You got to.
Like,
you gotta just come on in. You got to just deal with this problem.
Did you ever have anybody that you kind of knew they were going to be your Houston Christian, whether they knew it or not? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they try to fight it. But there's guys you just know sometimes. Like, yeah, I could have the worst day of my life.
And this is not going to
go well for you.
This is
I feel like that's how Houston Christian feels right now.
Oh, how would you even talk to them, right? About
like to motivate them?
Yeah, like what would you say?
It's going to hurt me way worse than it's going to hurt you. That's probably where you start.
Right?
If you're a coach, you probably focus on little wins. Like maybe we can get 3 first downs. Guys, can we get 3? We need to get 3. That's probably where it starts.
The thing about, look, I felt bad for Akron. They got 2 passing first downs the whole game. And I just felt like, oh, man, that coordinator, he got no sleep.
That's a painful trip home, too.
That's not a fun flight.
No, it's a painful trip. And that one hurts. Once it's 60, anything. Once it's 50, anything. Once it's 40, anything.
Right, like
to 0.
Like you're in it.
Painful.
Like you're in it and you're just going, no, this is not the plan.
No, I heard Nebraska was calling Lincoln Southeast. They're like, hey, listen, man, it's second quarter. You guys got that quarterback. we see we get him some reps.
They called Bach, man. They were like, hey, Bach, loosen up, man. We got some work for you. Come on in here and get the work.
Yeah, Rule was like, hey, Anthony, you around? You want to get some defensive snaps? You got to have some college eligibility left.
Oh, you do, don't you?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Where would you line up?
Oh, probably defensive end.
Yeah, stand up.
I just want to chase the ball. That's it. I'm like a dog with a bone.
That is a frightening image. No,
that's what I played in high school, and I'm not because I'm a great football player. I'm just aggressive. So the coaches were like, I don't even care what the defensive call is. You just chase the ball.
Just chase the ball.
Yes, sir.
Just chase the ball.
I can do that.
Oh my goodness. From that perspective, as a fan, where do you rate this thing? Right? Are you fully engaged in that? You know what? They're 68-0 good. Or is it still wait and see?
I think we're always going to be at a wait and see. 68-0 is good, but that's exactly, if we are who we say we are, that's exactly what the score should be. It shouldn't be any different. So I don't want to not give them credit because that's an incredible feat to beat any Division I program 68-0. It doesn't matter who it is. That's incredible. But that's who I expect them to be to that team. So much as I want to give them props, you did what you were supposed to do, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that's an old in the culture saying, you don't get credit for doing what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, I can't pat you in the back.
It reminds me of like my kids. So people are, oh my God, he's got 4 kids. He's just such a good dad. Yeah, you're supposed to. I don't need credit for doing stuff that I'm supposed to do.
Well, but you excel.
But it does feel good.
Well, you excel at it. And I think, again, the purposeful part is that in breaking down the game, we're saying to folks afterwards, so as a coordinator, you start with a 0. Ideally, you finish with a 0. There are a whole bunch of things that can get in the soup, but ultimately ending at 0 means you did the thing perfectly. Right. So we want to give credit for that.
For sure.
Defensively, let me ask you, in MMA, what's as close to 0 can you get defensively when you go in and say, listen, we'll talk about the offensive plan, like how I'm going to attack. But defensively, there's some things that I have to set boundary for.
Right.
And here's what I'm not going to allow. For you, what was that process? Like, how do you go through and go, you know what, I'm looking at this guy, and quite frankly, let's say Bones. It's John Jones. There's some things that I just need to defend.
Right.
Pretty well. Let's go through this. What would that be? That we're going to make you a defensive coordinator in the MMA, and you're going to go, you're fighting against John Jones. What do you have to defend?
Well, like you said, it's different for every opponent. So it really, if we're going to bounce back and forth between MMA and football, there's some teams that are just high flyers and you got to stop the long balls. Like
We've talked about those guys.
That's zero.
Yep.
Like that would be your zero for that team.
Mm-hmm.
For a guy like John Jones, like you have to protect your knees. It's really hard to fight if he blows your knees out with those like oblique kicks and stand long, and that would be what you would need to do to stay zero. Like
who's the best defensive fighder in the
best defensive fighter?
Hardest to take down, hardest to hit, hardest to wrap up. Is
early? It's changed now,
yeah,
because he's gotten older. But I would say Aldo. At one point in time, I think Jose Aldo was one of the better defensive fighters.
Huh.
I think all the greats were really good at one point in time. John is pretty good defensively. Demetrius Johnson was really good defensively. GSP was really good defensively.
Yeah, here comes Eric.
Yeah, I was going to say, here comes Eric. Here he comes.
Here comes Eric, man.
But then as they get older, what happens is if you slow down just a tiny bit, just a little, that changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at GSP early, he didn't really take a whole lot of big shots. And then you look at the Bisping fight, he took some big shots. His face was pretty banged up. He looked like hell. The Johnny Hendricks fight, he kind of looked like hell. Carlos Condit, he kind of looked like as his career, as he slowed down just a little bit, his reaction times got just a tad slower.
Yeah,
that changes. But yeah,
then on the other side, the best offensive packages in MMA. Who are the folks that, quite frankly, they've got enough weapons in the tool belt. They got enough artillery in the tool belt that they're going to be tough to defend.
Yeah, like Max Holloway, 100%. Max Holloway, his best defense is a good offense. Like his offense is his. So I have a coach that always told me that defense is its own reward. So it's great that we won 68-0 and we didn't allow a score, but that's the idea. Again, like maybe I'm too hard on teams and too hard on people, but yeah, the idea of defense is that they never score. That's the whole point of it. So the defense in itself in fighting is its own reward. You're still conscious. That's your reward. You shouldn't get points for that on the judge's scorecard because you're hard to hit. That's the whole idea is being conscious and not having a broken limb because you're defensively sound is the reward.
So I had to peek over. My wife was in the box of goodies.
Oh, she
didn't take any.
She didn't take any of the cupcakes though.
She didn't take any.
Oh,
she went in.
Okay.
I was going to see how.
Not
quick
that I was going to do anything about it.
I was going to see how quick it was. You talk about defending.
Yeah, I'm not.
You look. You go out there. You're on your own, bro.
I'm not taking any L's here. Okay, there's no L's to be had.
She is tiny, but listen.
If she wants a cupcake,
take the cupcake.
She can have a cupcake.
Take the cupcake.
And I'm not going to say nothing about it, but I'm going to pout inside.
Well, Marcy came through. Like you get the Wednesday morning text.
I'm telling you, me and Marcy, we have a thing.
I explained that to her.
She doesn't know it. I hope she knows it now.
But
we go together.
I explained it. That's the old school phrase.
I don't even know.
See, that's married. How you know. That's how I know you my people. You just said it in a way that only we go together.
We go together. I don't know if she's married. I don't know what she's got going on, but he's gonna have to deal with me too.
Like, Bach,
have you
ever? Bach, how did you describe if you had a girlfriend? Were you dating? How did you describe that?
I don't know. Together? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, go together is so middle school perfect. Like, and that's the only window for it,
yeah,
right?
Me and Michaela, we've been going together about 15 years.
Yeah,
about 15 years.
I mean, it's there. I could hear my nephew saying, "Oh yeah, me and her, we go together. We go together." I knew exactly what he meant. He'd have to tell me anymore. Anthony Lionheart Smith, Lionheart Live. It is in the space for Matt Rule, that they had the tape, right? The locker room video. Okay, so twofold. First, on purpose or not on purpose?
I think on purpose.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it has to be.
Like that did, somebody doesn't pull out a camera in your locker room.
And you don't notice.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely on purpose.
Right? And are you okay with it?
I think so. Yeah. Are you?
Well, here's my thing. I'm a transparency guy, so I kind of want to say if I'm doing it, I'm cool with you knowing I'm doing it. Right? Especially on the coaching level, I would invite parents to practice. I would invite them to the locker room.
Right.
I'm not going to say anything to the young people that I ain't got no business saying or that I'm not proud of saying. That being said, in that space, that's halftime. If this was pregame, you could tell me you leaked it. Somebody was just,
whatever
subterfuge. They're doing it. Halftime of a 33-0 game, 38. Bach, what was the score at halftime?
33-0.
33-0. I don't know why I remembered. I just do. But that's like me coming to you in your walkout, and all of a sudden there's a video of the things that you and your manager say to each other.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, it's a bit private. It's a private moment for sure. I kind of like it though. I feel like you got let in as a fan.
We want in.
Right.
As much as we say we don't, we want in.
We do. We want to know. We want to know all the things that are happening behind the scenes. So I like it. I like those. Because here's the deal. I've never hidden my excuse me. I've never hidden my game plans ever. There is some trickery to fighting a bit. Sometimes it's just shoving a square peg through a round hole. You got to force it. So if you're good enough, especially in this game, you're good enough.
It's 33-0.
They shouldn't do nothing about it anyway.
Yeah,
it shouldn't matter.
It's 33-0.
It doesn't matter. You could just hand the playbook to them. There's nothing they're going to do about it. If you're that good, if you are who you say you are, it shouldn't matter.
So is that the statement that, in full acknowledgement, that quite frankly we have to start being who we say we are?
Yeah, and that's an uncomfortable feeling. It's uncomfortable. If you go back to the Conor McGregor days when he's calling a shot and they called him Mystic Mac, you have to believe it. And if you don't have the courage to say it out loud, you're never going to get there. So you have to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, then you have to be that thing. And that's, we've been saying what we're capable of for a long time. And now I think we're seeing flashes of it. We can do it at this level. Now when we start playing tougher teams and these historically really good teams, we also have to be what we say we are.
So
which is what makes me nervous about wins like this.
Well, because it's the next thing.
Well, okay, so when we played at Arrowhead, I love games like that because it's really close. I thought that we did a good job of kind of immediately first game of the season erasing this whole we can't win close games thing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's at least prove to ourselves and the entire Husker Nation that that's possible. But also, you get all the lessons of a loss without having to take it. When games are that close or fights are that close, when I'm pulling out crazy split decision wins or I'm hurt real bad and then get a finish, I got all the lessons from the loss because essentially I took it. Just the win-loss column gets checked somewhere differently. But games when you win 68-0, it's hard to sit there and say, oh, okay, we guys did this bad or we need to work on this. Like, what are you talking about? We won 68-0. So, as long as the coaching staff is doing what they're supposed to be doing, I don't think that there's an issue. But that is a fear that you can have when you do win so easily that you're not going to continue to get better and grow because you're beating teams by almost 70 points.
Are you
Alabama? How does Alabama continue to get better when they're in this long, this historical run of just greatness? How does Nick Saban continue to make sure that they're not letting their foot off the gas because they could accidentally beat a team by 40 in those days? So, how do you continue to grow them?
What's the answer
to get
to
ready
that,
for
then?
the moments when Georgia shows up and all of a sudden they're good?
What's the answer to that? How did
well, first of all, it comes with personalities of the team that you recruit.
Okay.
You have to already have guys on the team that if you're up by 100, they want to be up by 101. Or if they're down by 100, they want to be down by 99. You have to already have guys on the team that are of that mindset. But you kind of gotta ride them. And it's going to make you unlikable. You go beat it. You go crack a team by 70, and then you're getting your head bitten off on Monday at practice. You're gonna be like, what is happening here? We just cracked that team by 70. What do you mean we're not doing a good enough job? You're going to become unlikable at some point in time because you're going to seem like you're never happy. But then you got to play that balance because you also have to be, at times you have to be their friend. They have to like you to be able to do that.
But Bach, you're the historian. You're a Husker native, and this is in your heart. Were you around for some of the beatdowns?
On the Husker side or the opposite side?
Well, no, on the Husker side. The Huskers up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? How did you feel? Because is it different now that when the Huskers were, when the 14 players got in the game all the time. As a matter of fact, as AD says, listen, man, I was there for hot dogs and cheering. But when he got in the game, he knew some things had happened. You as a fan, would you care if your team was running it up on people?
No, and specifically, I think it depends on kind of what you're attempting to do. For Nebraska, like this was their first beatdown they've had in some time. Their offense the last couple of years has averaged 18, 20 points a game. The first game they scored 20. It's more than about just this game to me. It was about getting better, about proving, getting that offense going. You've got a young quarterback. I mean, all of that. So you got to get their live reps when you can. So this game wasn't about running up the score to me. Did they pass more? Did some teams shut it down and run the ball a little bit more in the second half, score 14, whatever? Sure. But I think Nebraska was still trying to get better through the limited opportunities you get against legitimate competition.
So it become go ahead.
Put up 100. If you can put up 100, put up 100.
So, but then
because I think Bach made a great point. You don't have that many. There's not that many games in a season. They spent all year to play 12 games.
Yep.
So if you get an opportunity, it's like sparring.
Did you get new ink, bruh?
Okay. This is funny,
man.
I did. So
Bach, show Bach that.
I got a cover up.
Oh yeah.
So I flew in a tattoo artist from Ireland, and she's been at my house tattooing me and my wife for 4 days.
Jake Backover. Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this, man?
She about had me on my knees yesterday. She tattooed the entire top of my foot. Oof. I don't know if you ever had your foot tattooed.
No, I am not.
If you're considering it, I would recommend you reconsider. It was terrible. Oh, it was bad. Oh, I was holding on to a pillow like a child, breathing into it. It was awful.
I'm like, wait a minute. He's got the new the new car smell. It's the new tatted vibe. Like it's a full vibe.
Yeah, this one's starting to heal, so it kind of looks a little weird right now. But in a couple days, it'll be fine.
Literally, I was talking to Nick, and his cast of things to talk to you about is finding tattoo shops.
Okay, so if anybody's listening and they know a place that like specializes in blackout tattoos, that's what I'm looking for. I want to black out my entire left arm and restart.
Really?
I want from here up to my shoulder. I want to completely black it out and then re-tattoo it in color. Kind of like it's like a changing of the guard in my life. It's time to restart, DP. We're going to restart. We're in a different phase in a different era. The tribal era is over.
This is where, and I said Lionheart Live because one, we need to set the full disclaimer that some days you're going to get raging Lionheart, right? Like you're going to get roaring
today. We're Lionheart Live,
right?
Today.
You're going to get roaring Lionheart. It depends on the day and how it works. So then let's say this from that perspective we were talking about, that you're putting up 100, right? That in the fight game, you're always building, you're always ascending to get to your best and fighting the tougher opponents. You know that this next fight is the fight, but only because it leads to the next fight.
Right.
That's a bigger thing. How do you not lose focus? Because Nebraska has Houston Christian, but they're lurking behind them, behind the curtain is Michigan.
Right.
And you just had a 5-round beatdown, right? Look good, feel good.
Right.
When you go to train, now it's another not champion.
Right.
A part of you feels good and wants to repeat it. How do you manage this week? How do you manage that so that you don't screw up the 68-0 work you did last week?
So this is going to sound very silly. You have to lean into the love because this, whether it's football or fighting, it's too hard if you're not having fun. So when you have the opportunities to put up 68 on somebody, going into another week where you're probably going to bust them wide open too, you need to take every advantage of that you can, because there's games coming that you're not going to be able to do that. Whether you beat Michigan or we don't beat Michigan, I'm really unconcerned with that part of it. It's not going to be easy. You're going to be fighting tooth and nail. And I love that Bach brought up, like, you don't have that many live reps. When you're up 40-something, 50-something to 0, you can start taking chances and playing with things and trying things, because if it fails, like in fighting, you can't really do that. If you're up on somebody by 3 rounds, like
doesn't matter.
If you lose focus for a second, that might put you out. But in football, you can have you can be up by 60 points and have 4 or 5 bad series because you're trying something different. And you can work it out in real time. Sparring is like practice. It's never like the game. So
that is so good. That is so good in identifying how to think about this stuff.
Yeah.
Like we talk about game speed, but there's fight speed and there's game speed.
There is. It's different.
Right? And
you can try to simulate it as much as you can. It's never the same. I've flown in training partners that I've paid, like that guy is who I'm fighting. It's always different. It's always different. And practice is even practice in football is probably even harder because you guys know everything. Like, you know everyone's weaknesses. You know which way he likes to cut. You know which way he likes to, the way he naturally likes to roll out. Like, which does he like to throw on the run? You guys know all of that, and you know all the plays, and you know all the defensive schemes that are not going to work, because you know that if there's a if you call a play and there's a defensive scheme that you don't like, you're going to check out of it anyways. So it's impossible to have like a real game speed like simulation. That's why the NFL teams bring in other teams when they're in camp, because they need someone who hasn't seen it. And it's just, but it's never the same. So when you need to enjoy it when you are up and trying to fix those problems in real time without the risk of taking a loss. I think it's fantastic. That's why I said put up 100, or try to put up 100. And maybe you have a couple turnovers and it's going to hurt your stats later on, but who cares? We're working on getting better.
Bach, you understand that some of us mortals, like, we forget that part, that the practice part, and that was the only opportunity a lot of those guys were going to get to go live at Memorial Stadium,
right,
in front of a packed house on a Saturday night. And it's going to be pretty interesting, because this week it's 11 o'clock. And you got to bring your own juice to the party. It is not, look, there ain't going to be no red light show in between the third quarter and all that. Bach, we'll throw the break when we come back. I want to pick up there, because the transition from Houston Christian to Michigan is important. I'll ask Anthony, because sometimes he knows that the championship fight is coming, or the contender fight is coming, and you just have to lock into the dude in front of you. But I also want to ask him his favorite fight, his favorite, the one that, you know what? Yeah, that's me at my best. We'll get that from Lionheart when we come back to the ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Need an electrician? Call Bryant. A new light, fan, or switch, upgrade your panel, or solve any problem. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Whatever it takes.
I can't believe I just scratched that card. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies with light winds. Afternoon high around 83. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, below around 64. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies, be breezy with an afternoon high near 86. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovebneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today. We're raising the bar with these benches, and our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. So join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends September 12th.
See Home Club for details.
Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at UCLA in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at huskerfantravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a hotel in scenic Santa Monica, an exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on your game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA is not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at UCLA. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at huskerfantravel.com.
Hi, I'm Eli Barnes, Assistant Vice President at Midwest Bank at the 70th and Pioneers and 27th Jamie Lane locations. I love working with families and small businesses right here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Banking shouldn't be complicated, and that's why we make it personal. Whether it's opening your child's first account or securing a loan for your next big step, I'm here to help. Stop in today and say hello. I'd love to meet you. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Lionheart Live. It's fight week all over the place. All over the place. It was funny because we were talking about, we're going to go to the fight, and then we realized San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio.
We went, what's the week like for you? Like you're leaving, you take off tomorrow.
Yeah, I take off tomorrow. I'll land and I'll do my study work. I'll lock myself in my hotel room, buy myself a cold drink and some room service, and spread out my papers like a crazy person. I have a whole system. I spread it out across the entire hotel room, and I just lock in, get all my study work done. And then Friday we'll do 2 pre-shows. Saturday we will be on standby for field work for the fights, and then do a post show. And then I'm flying to Kansas City Sunday morning.
I think we were talking. It was Bivol.
Bivol, yeah.
It was Bivol that we were trying to think of. There was the Triple G draw.
Yeah.
Then the loss to Bivol, and then the loss to Mayweather. So as we talk about this thing,
and the draw was garbage.
Yeah,
he lost to Triple G both times.
Like it's several. So and again, over the course of the next 90 minutes, we'll be all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But in asking you, the fight where and maybe there are different ways to ask it. The fight that you're proudest of.
The fight that I perform the best and the one I'm most proud of are different for sure.
Right.
The one I'm most proud of is probably the Ryan Spann rematch. We were in Singapore. I kind of smoked him the first time. It was pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first round of the second fight went pretty similar to the first. I had no real problems, no issues. But I have this thing that happens to me all the time. Sometimes I get bored in fights and I lose a little bit of focus.
Bach. Can you imagine?
What is that crazy? Sorry. I get bored or get distracted because there's not enough happening, or I don't know. Especially if I have a lead and I'm just kind of cruising.
Yeah,
I get bored. I need some chaos or something. So it's happened to me several times where things are going really. The Glover Teixeira fight happened too. 2 rounds, I'm cruising, no problems at all. This is easy. I'm about to beat this dude. I'm moving on to a title shot. Let's go. And then next thing I know, my face is on the canvas and I'm face down, butt in the air, and went, whoa, what? How did I get here? Well, I got bored and I started losing focus and I start I'm pretty flighty too. So I'm just kind of like, oh man, that's a big hot dog. I start paying attention to stuff in the crowd. And I just, my ADD kicks in and I get distracted and then I take something bad happens. So it happened in Singapore too. Things were going pretty smooth. I got a little flighty again and then took a nasty lead uppercut. It wasn't really that hard of a shot, but it swelled my whole eye shut. And so I was having a tough time seeing. Well, then I go down, then he's on top of me. He's trying to finish me. I'm struggling. And then it hit me. Everyone always says losing is never an option. That is the most BS you'll ever hear anybody say in their entire life. The second things go awry and things aren't going your way and it hurts and you're tired and no matter what sport you're in, the first thing you think about is quitting. You start looking for the door and then you got to find a reason to not go out it. And so the door opens. I'm like, man, I already beat this guy once. Yeah, he got me. I think he got me. And then I talk myself out of it. And that moment is when I knew that retirement was starting to get close, because then I considered going out the door. Like, I already got my money. I already got it. So I could just lay here and not move, cover up, probably not take too big of a shot. Referee, come in and help me, come in and save me. And then I convinced myself, well, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to knock me all the way out. And you're going to have to do that from your feet like a man. So my only goal was to get back to my feet so I could just throw caution to the wind and assume that I wasn't going to see it, because I couldn't see out of one eye, that I was going to get hit with a shot that I didn't see coming and he was going to put me out. But at least I did it from my feet like a man and didn't lay there and just wait for the referee to save me. That was the whole plan. I had no intention of winning the fight. I was just going to get back to my feet and do it like a real man in my head. That sounds stupid. I'm sure that a lot of you are listening right now and go, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. But that in my head, that's how it happened. So then I get back to my feet. And then my coach, Mark Montoya, and Scotty start yelling at me, you have to make a decision. That's what they kept saying. You have to make a decision right now. Are you going to win or are you going to lose? Because you can actively quit. You can make it look like you're trying and just kind of just ride the clock out and wait till the time shows up. No one would ever know. No one would have any idea that you weren't really trying. That's actively quitting. But he kept saying, you have to make a decision. And so I thought, well, I at least want to hit him hard a couple times first before he puts me out. So I just start kind of setting it up. I'm throwing the jabs and I'm kind of circling, and then I land a hard right hand. And then I realized I'm pressing forward and he's backing up. I think he's a little bit tired. And so I just continued to keep working and then next thing I knew, the round's about over and I've worked my way back into the fight. He's tired and I'm like kind of doing okay. And then then the third round, then my coaches and team were like, you just have to win this round. And I was like, wow, I might actually win this fight. So that's probably my proudest moment, because I convinced myself to not give up.
Bach, are you hearing the pieces in this thing? What's the takeaway in that for you?
Well, it's interesting to get in the mind of a fighter and kind of go through all that while kind of seeing it happen. But like you said, I mean, it's easy. The easiest option is just to kind of to let it go and let it be done. But once you, I mean, that it takes a man to say, I at least want to get knocked off my feet. Because again, the easier option is just let the ref call it.
Yeah, let the refs come in here. So come get in here, Mark Goddard. Help me out.
So how often? I mean,
I had a similar moment in the Glover fight, actually.
Oh, you listen. Okay, so full disclosure, the closer we got, the harder it was to watch you fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right. Like
that's my fault.
I hug your wife. No, I hug your wife hard on your fight nights because it's just a thing to go, man. Because you see you start to recognize the process behind the eyes,
mm-hmm.
right? And your face tells the story, whether you think it does or not. It tells the story, and you going through the process,
mm-hmm.
and it's the waves. Now, when the Lionheart hits, it's exceptional to watch because you just go, I feel like I'm Dak Prescott. Here we go. Like I'm fully, okay, he's back on. But that you identify those moments in the moments,
mm-hmm.
which most of us mere mortals, we don't, even in our biggest fights, we don't fight like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not survival. It's not, hey, I'm in pain and I really have to get through this. Athletes have some of that process, but most folks just work it. Like in my work day, why would I quit? I love what I have a bad day at work. I used the wrong verb.
Mm-hmm.
You have a bad day at work, and Glover Teixeira is swinging both hands
for sure. Hammers in my hand. Absolutely.
It's the
Glover fight. I learned a lot about myself.
What'd you learn?
I learned that you always say, no matter what happens, I could keep going. You always say that, but even whoever's listening to this, you think that, but we don't actually know until you're put in that position, until you're in a situation in life where there is no light at the end of the tunnel. Why would you continue to keep pushing forward when there is no? Because I knew it after the third round. I was like, "There's no way I'm going to win this fight. It's impossible. I can't win this fight." But I continued to get up. I walked to the stool, sat down, put my teeth back in my pocket. And my coaches were like, do you still want to be here? And everything inside of me knew that if I said, no, I'm good, they would have thrown the towel and waved it off. It would have been fine. But I just kept nodding my head. And I have no idea why. I was like, yeah, let's just see how far we can go. It's almost like a sick obsession. Like, this is going real bad. And then after the fourth round, it went really bad again. And I sat down. They were like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But there was nothing about me that was good. But
there was nothing happening. Good was not in the room.
Like we were talking earlier, like practice is different. You never, like once that fight was over, the threshold of things that I'm capable of absorbing and being able to deal with and the levels that I'm able to go, it's kind of like swimming. Like the depths that I was able to get to without dying was way further than I thought was possible. And Michaela hates that fight specifically because now I know how far I can go. And she hates that because there was an invisible wall where we think this is how far you can go. Well, I blew right through that. And now that threshold was 10 times what I thought it was. So then I was willing to go further. And so it becomes this snowball effect where even though I learned a lot from that fight and I took a lot of lessons from it that helped me later on, like in the Span fight. I knew that I wasn't anywhere close to as bad as I was with Glover. So, okay, well, let's just push it and see how far we can go. And most people will break, which is exactly what happened to Span. He couldn't handle it. It was too hot. He couldn't handle the fire. Well, I had already been there. I'd been in the depths of hell already. So like, this isn't, I don't even care if we're in Singapore. I've been there. This isn't anywhere close to like my threshold. So I was able to push harder and further.
It's pretty interesting that people would think from the outside looking in that your greatest challenge would have been John Jones. No,
not even close.
Right, like
not even close.
That from a skill set, just in that night, and then I'm challenging myself right now because I really want to know what the after fight was like. Like I want to know what the recovery was like. What happens after Teixeira?
Oh, that was actually not nearly as bad as you would think. It wasn't nearly as bad. I've had worse ones. The biggest challenge, I
Worse
think,
than that?
Oh yeah, that wasn't too hurt. I look awful, but it wasn't too bad. A couple weeks, that was good.
Is that the normal recovery for you?
About that. About a couple weeks.
So
You know what the biggest challenge I ever had mentally was? Not being a fan of Shogun when he was walking out. It was in Hamburg, Germany. Took the Shogun fight on like 8 days' notice. I just fought Rashad too.
Yeah.
So I was in shape. I was good to go. Had my weight cut. Everything went fine. I hadn't seen Shogun all week. Hadn't seen him at all. Shogun's kind of a mythical creature. You don't see him, and then all of a sudden he pops up. He's in the octagon fighting, and then you don't see him again. It's like he barely exists.
Yeah.
It's weird. I've seen Shogun now since we both
they
retired.
call him Kaiser Sosa.
Yeah. I've seen him more since both of us have been retired than I've seen him my entire career. It's weird. But I remember his music played and I was already in the octagon. And, I'd read the stories of Shogun wins, he gets a title shot, blah, 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 blah. They're just leading this poor kid out here to slaughter. It's only his second fight in the weight class. Shogun's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like he's going to kill me. Right. And then his music hits and he uses the same song he used in Pride. And for a split second, I was like, oh, Shogun's fighting. I was excited. And then it hit me.
How cool is this? Here comes Shogun.
It was just a split second. I heard the song hit and there was this excitement that I always got watching Shogun fight and went, oh God, he's coming for me. Oh no. And like watching his mannerisms are so, he used to do this thing where like you'd have a quick little exchange and he'd circle out and he'd put his hands by his side and he'd like reset. And he did it one time and I went, oh, he did it. I can't believe he just did that. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. And then I seen the mean look in his face. I was like, oh, he really wants to hurt me. And then that made it easy to turn it off. Because I was like, okay.
Gotta go. It's go time.
Yeah. Like he threw something real hard and like whizzed right by my face. Like he really trying to knock me out. Okay, well, we're not friends. I'm no longer a fan.
We're gonna go to break. Now we have to go through the entire Shogun fight because the finish is exceptional. The lead up is spectacular, but the finish and then the result of what follows is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So Lionheart Live, we'll be right back.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today. We're raising the bar with these benches, and our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. So join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends September 12th.
See Home Club for details.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovbneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska insider today.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
and electrical.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pay. We have to pay Mac.
Yeah.
We got to pay Morrison. We'll send him. Anthony Lionheart Smith, Lionheart Live. Appreciate the Wednesdays because again, through all of this is pretty. It's a new path for folks to be able to hear.
Mm-hmm. It's fun
to understand some of what's going on in the fight game and in sports and the business behind the business, which is a whole other, like we could literally do a year's worth of panels just on the business behind the business.
Right.
And how it's being done, even now with streaming, becoming a whole other fashion and portion of this thing as well. We were talking about the Shogun fight, and again, great imagery, because it really made me go back and kind of rewatch it. And I told Bach, yeah, let's go back. You need to go back and watch the Shogun fight with Anthony. But in it, you knew what was laid out for him.
I did.
In advance.
Yeah, I knew that if he beat me, he gets a title shot. But that wasn't the same for me.
Does that bother you?
No, man.
Like
it
it
was my first main event. I was like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be here.
That part.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, I guess.
Right, because this is so.
It was hard to even talk about what would happen after I won, because I never had a win at that level. Like Rashad was good, but he was kind of on a skid a little bit. So I was Rashad's last MMA fight.
It was his last chance.
Yeah, so I knew he was a bit on a skid. He switched weight classes. He was kind of moving around. He was in a bit of a weird spot. So I knew as long as I didn't let Rashad take me down and hold me there for 15 minutes, I'd probably beat him. Shogun, I had no idea. I had no clue if I could beat Shogun or not.
Within it, again, you have to fight past the mystique.
Then I have to fight past the image of Shogun. It's hard to not think about all the dudes he just absolutely KO'd in Pride. Like when you're like looking at him like, man, I've watched you absolutely maim so many people.
Right. That is a Hall of Fame list
For sure.
to go through. So then it's got to be it's got to be surreal.
It all the surrealness went away when he whipped bullets in my head. It really did. Like that, because then I was almost angry. The kind of like my hero was trying to take me out. So that it like flipped a switch. Like he's trying to take my head off. Like this isn't Shogun the legend. This is Shogun that if you don't focus right now, he's going to put you out in front of 20,000 people in Hamburg, Germany.
So fighting Shanghai, Germany, all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Did that add to the moment? The fact that you were out of comfort. You're into your first main event.
I think it was my first main event.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it made it easier. There's no expectations. I didn't have anyone there was no one calling for tickets. There was no one like, hey, I'm in the hotel lobby. I'd like to see you really quick. Or
look,
hey,
you can't say that and then look at me, bro. Like I feel guilty now. Like
no. Like of course you want your close friends and people around.
Okay,
like,
I was gonna say, Bach, you heard it. Look, I was gonna leave. I was gonna take the headset off. He looked right at me like, yeah, I'm in a hotel lobby. That's a DP text. That's
no, I don't think no, but I just didn't there was like no one expected me to win. And no one was there to see me. That was the difference. I wasn't anywhere close to as popular back then. So people were showing up to fight Shogun. And I got lucky. I was able to fight Shogun not in Brazil. Who gets to do that? Who gets to fight Shogun in a main event not in Brazil?
Why did they book that there?
Because he was supposed to fight Volkan Ozdemir.
Ah.
And so Volkan got hurt. And the winner of that fight was supposed to get a title shot. So Volkan got hurt and I replaced Volkan.
And you 8 days notice.
8 days notice. Yeah. And Shogun's really popular in Germany for whatever reason. I think he does a lot of vacation stuff there. I think he's got a house there. So he's got a really big European following.
And then immediately after the fight, right? You're celebrating with your guys.
Oh yeah.
Then what? What do you know? How soon do you know?
They called right away, like Monday. They called right away and offered me another fight.
Who was next?
Volkan Ozdemir. Yeah, Volkan Ozdemir was next. I fought him in Moncton, Canada. Fun little town. Not very big. Really cool little spot though. Really hard to get to.
Yeah.
They have a river they call it the Chocolate River. Every 12 hours, there's a tidal wave goes down the river and people surf it. Pretty cool. Just a fun fact for you guys.
See, this is why we have
it's
him on.
Educational.
This is why we have him on.
You ever seen anybody surf a river? It's wild. It's wild because it was cold too. So they're like in wetsuits surfing a river that looks like chocolate milk.
Bach, we're all in.
Learned how to make poutine. That was fun.
Oh, that is a staple.
They got great pizza in Moncton too. So you guys,
that is a staple.
Poutine and pizza.
Well, when the UFC goes to Vancouver,
I'll be there.
Yeah, you and I both, because Kyle Nelson, is married to my niece.
Yeah. Okay.
Just had another baby. Kyle is there. Drew Dober's going to be in Vancouver. So we're going to have a little party in Vancouver.
A little Nebraska getaway.
Hey, man, let's get it. We'll throw it to break. Second hour of Lionheart Live coming up.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Are your feet just killing you and you feel like all hope is lost? Say goodbye to discomfort and hello to pain relief at Brown's Shoe Fit. They offer expert advice along with high-quality products to help you find the right solution tailored to your specific needs. Need a different width? Not a problem. Brown's carries a wide range of widths in store. Brown's Shoe Fit on 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in season? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Oh, Kansas. Here we go. You just don't stop giving, do you? Green flag for underway. The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds. 3 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs. God damn right. Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 26th through the 28th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Acres Fall John Deere Super Sale event is underway. Our complete inventory of John Deere equipment is marked down to sell. From large ag equipment to compact tractors and gators, Acres has something for everyone. And don't miss our State Fair Harvest Days parts and merchandise sale in Grand Island. Special in-store discounts and incentives are available. Visit our Grand Island location at 4050 West Stolly Park Road and see what Acres has to offer. Visit acres.com for all the details. Offer ends September 13th, 2025.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies with light winds, an afternoon high around 83. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, below around 64. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies, be breezy with an afternoon high near 86. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome to hour number 2, Lionheart Live. Hey, Bob, there are two things in play. So first, I'll let you pay the bills. And then I do have a favor to ask you, kind sir. So, Bob, kind sir, pay the bills, pay the bill.
It is the noon hour. That means it's lunchtime. Lunchtime at the Ticket is sponsored by our friends at Mulberry Barbecue, now with 2 great locations at 11th in Cornhusker and at 61st in Apples Way, right off of Highway 2 over there by Lowe's. Both locations are open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Try their burnt-in sandwich, a brisket burrito, barbecue nachos, a full slab of ribs, a half-smoked chicken, and much, much more. Plus, incredible sides. Get fueled for lunch today or make dinner plans at Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th in Cornhusker and at 61st in Apples Way, just off of Highway 2 by Lowe's.
Thank you, kind sir. And then I believe in the highlight package, we do have the Shogun stoppage.
Do we?
I think we do. I'm pretty sure that was one. Bach should probably check and see if he
put him on the spot again. We put him on the spot again.
Well, but that's why Bach makes the big bucks. Like, we can go through.
Bach, I'm gonna need some of your paycheck.
It's a thing. Shout out to the folks on the YouTube feed who are texting in. Tiger Shark diver, Kobe. They're out there on YouTube chopping it up. They wanted to know your connection to Nebraska, and I went, oh, I thought we've shared that several times, but I have to remember that everybody catches every show, so we have to explain sometimes what the connection is and connect the dots. So let the folks know what your connection to this fine state is, sir.
I live here. No, I'm kidding. I do, but so I was born in Corpus Christi, Texas. My dad was a military guy. Moved to Colorado Springs because he was in the military. Parents got divorced shortly after that when I was 5. My dad went back to Texas. And then my grandparents are from, my grandparents and my mom are originally from Tarkio, Missouri. I don't know if anyone even knows where that's at, but it's a little small town. And the rest of my family lived in Nebraska City. So my grandparents had moved over to Nebraska City and then moved to Colorado Springs to help my mom with the kids. And then I believe I was in 6th grade and there was just really no reason to stay in Colorado. So we moved back to Nebraska. I've been here ever since.
Ever since.
Never left.
Well, so there's the connection. I often get asked, especially at UFC events, about Nebraska and the particulars, right? Of what's happening in Nebraska and what it is with MMA and what's the movement. Give to your calling the folks that are connected to Nebraska and UFC or MMA.
Like the guys from here?
Uh-huh.
So when I first started, Houston Alexander was hot. Was real hot. He was super popular. But there was guys that came before him. Steve Jenham won one of the early UFC events. And then there was guys that were just really deep in the sport that were around the UFC a lot. It's like one of my, first coaches once I started fighting. His name's Joe Bowdler. He's still a police officer in Nebraska. Trained a lot of those guys. Ryan Jensen was a longtime UFC vet. Owned the gym that I trained at for a really long time. The Ellenberger brothers, Jake and Joe, twins. Both of them were in the UFC. Jake for a whole lot longer. Joe ended up getting a rare blood disorder, which made it tough for him to fight. He did end up fighting a few more times after that, but Jake was really the fighter. Joe was a national champion at Kearney wrestler. So I trained with those guys, Jason Brills. And then there's been a few other Nebraska guys that have been signed and fought. Do we get to claim the Kearney national champion? Do we get to claim? I'm going to claim Usman.
Yeah.
So I'm going to claim Kamaru Usman. He was the national champion at Kearney as well. He's a very, very good wrestler. I didn't meet him as Kamaru, though. So as much as that Ben Askren joke where he kept calling Kamaru Marty, when I met Kamaru, he introduced himself to me as Marty Usman. That was what he was called. And so he went to, I believe he went to high school in Texas. came to Nebraska to wrestle and stayed here the whole time. Kamaru actually sent me a picture of a poster he has hanging in his office, and I'm the main event at a regional scene show, and his name is just on the card. It's just he was just fighting.
Wow.
Yeah. So he fought several times here.
He will shout out the Lopers anywhere.
Any chance he gets.
Yeah.
Any chance he gets. Yeah. So Derek Minner ended up being signed to the UFC. We can't forget about him. There's gotta be another one, right? Oh, Dober, obviously. Mirsad Bektik, got Nebraska roots. He was really, really good. Took a couple bad losses, and I think that he did some really successful things, outside of the sport, and decided to hang him up. But I was always very, very fond of Mirsad and Drew.
Can Nebraska claim Grant Dawson?
100%. I forgot about Grant. Yeah,
Right.
He does live in Florida now, but he is Lincoln born and bred.
It's the come up. Like somebody asked, which one goes higher. I think Grant's ceiling is higher than that currently. Dober's a known.
He is,
but I think Dawson has a clearer, cleaner path
for sure. He's been ranked higher longer, for sure. Dober's always kind of floating around just outside of the rankings. Grant Dawson is very, very good.
The texter says that card you mentioned had you, Kamaru, Mirsad, who was an amazing regional VFC card. He said, looking back, he's been watching you since you were fighting in Victory Fighting Championships in Omaha.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
So the texters are out there. They're out there paying attention.
There's a bunch of big names that held those victory titles that went on to fight in the UFC. A bunch of big names. You can track a lot of those guys that got signed off of those victory fights for titles.
What is that? What is the path? Right?
God, who knows?
Right? Like there's
no real path.
Well, there's a young man that asked me that thing, right? What's the path? And there are folks who fight at various places and different levels. They said, what's the most direct path? I'm like, there is no direct path. I think that's the path.
You just got to beat good people until you get noticed. That's really it. Sometimes it happens sooner for other people. Like you can have some other factors that make you a little more popular. And if you can also fight, you're going to get signed a little bit quicker. I kind of took the long path. I didn't really have anything else interesting about me. I had nothing really. I tried out for the Ultimate Fighter twice and never even made it to the interview phase.
So have you talked to Dana about that? Have you pointed out?
I don't know that I've ever told Dana that
maybe that the milk's gone bad. Maybe you're missing
some people slip through the cracks for
right.
Sure.
You're missing people, right?
Yeah. There's people that got missed for sure, and there was other really good guys that that tried out and never made it. It's wild.
How do you try out for it?
Well, so I don't even know that they have tryouts anymore. I think they really just sign people to the Ultimate Fighter now. But back in the day, they had open tryouts, and you did wherever it was. You just fly there, show up at the time they tell you to sign up, and it's just hundreds and hundreds of guys
just fighting.
Yeah, they just call you. They give you a number, and you start with the you start with the grappling part of it, and they call two random guys, and then you guys just roll.
Hey, Bob, get in there. Who am I fighting? Anthony Smith.
Like, who you going with? Number 35. Like, all right, that's me. And then if you make it past the grappling part of it, they do cuts, and then you make it to the striking part. So then you hold pads for each other and kind of flow a little bit.
Yeah.
And then if you make it through that part, then you make it to the interview phase. And I never made it past the grappling phase ever.
Man,
it's wild, right?
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like in the process, speaking of Nebraska fighters, it is fight week, and in Vegas. This is one of those fork in the. I want to be careful because I don't want to put too much on it because then you're negating a career.
Mm-hmm.
You're creating 115 fights, 120 fights to this point for them combined, and you don't want to just say the result of this thing determines how we think about either fighter.
Oh, but it does.
Talk to me. What does this fight mean for?
Not for me.
No, but what does it mean for Bud Crawford? Like for the public and the masses, they're gonna think about it. How do they think about it?
Terrence doesn't need to fight this fight. I don't know that I need to tell anybody this. Terrence got plenty of money. He's got plenty of money. He's won plenty of fights. He's done plenty. He is also a first ballot Hall of Famer. Terrence Crawford is going to go down right now as one of the greatest boxers, not just of our era, not just of his generation. He is going to be in the top 3 right now, top 3 greatest of all time. That we can mention him with Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard and Hagler and Hearns and Mayweather and Pacquiao, and like he's in that list of people at the very, very top of it. He is the tip of the spear. So he doesn't need to do this. He's chasing a legacy. He's chasing something that you can't buy. And there's something to that, him moving up weight classes. He's been planning this for years. This is years in the making of him slowly working his way up weight classes, trying to knock off the biggest names he can get until he can get to Canelo. The only thing he didn't plan was Canelo losing. He never planned. That was never the plan. So that kind of went away, he thought, for a second. Like maybe this Canelo thing isn't going to really matter because he took another loss. But turns out Canelo's still pretty good and still pretty popular and still considered one of the best ever.
So what's Canelo's legacy? What is it? What is the Alvarez legacy? The same way
that's a great question,
right? To talk about how we talked about Bud, that the same thing applies because Bud's legacy is now tied to Canelo. Whether it's in full.
I don't know that I think the person that has the most to lose is Canelo because he doesn't have a lot to gain. He beats a smaller guy moving up. Mm-hmm. He's already had some of those really big fights. He fought the Mayweather fight. He fought Bivol. He fought Plant. He fought Khan. He's fought all the big names. Triple G twice.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't really have a lot to gain here, which makes it a very, very dangerous fight because what's his motivation? Because he really believes he's going to walk through Terrence. He truly believes that. And I don't know how you couldn't. After the things he's done to bigger name guys, I don't know how you couldn't believe that. I just don't think that's how it's going to go.
Isn't okay. So the mentally lazy thing to do is to compare Canelo Mayweather, right? For trying to find a common style of fighting, but they're not missing the boat that those aren't similar styles at all.
They're not. No.
Right. So of the people that Canelo has fought, who's in proximity?
Nobody. I don't even let you finish the question. Nobody.
Right.
There's no one. I'll go even further. There's no one in the world that's ever fought like Terrence Crawford. Ever.
I define that.
I don't know. The problem is Terrence doesn't do himself any justice in terms of his own promotion. He just wants to fight and go home to his family. And I can't knock that. I can't hate on him for it.
We know less about Bud Crawford than 90% of Husker athletes.
Exactly. Because that's how he wants it. He just wants to do his own thing. He's very quiet. He's got a few really close friends. His circle is very small, and he just does his own thing and then goes back to his family. Kind of hides out. He's got this incredible house. He's kind of created this little compound. He never has to leave.
And you've seen him work out. So
it's the most fascinating thing I've ever seen. Terrence Crawford would be the best in the world at anything he chose to do. He just happened to pick boxing. He's a gifted athlete. It's different. He is so different. I've never seen, to anybody listening to this, you don't know anybody that can do whatever they do in life equally as good on the opposite side. Like you don't drive as well with your left hand as you do your right, if you're a right-handed driver. Mm-hmm. Like Terrence can switch mid-round in the middle of a fight and decide, I think I'm going to go southpaw. Are there guys that can switch and do some things there and be successful from their opposite stance? For sure. You don't know anybody that can switch stances and stay that way for the entire rest of the fight because he just likes it better there. Or start southpaw, do really well through 3.5 rounds, 4.5 rounds, 5 rounds, and then just say, I'm going to switch. And then just switch. They don't exist. Nobody fights as well from their opposite stance as they do their normal stance. Nobody. I repeat that.
Right.
Nobody.
In the skill side of it. What does Bud do better than Canelo?
I think he's a He's smarter for sure. His fight IQ is higher. I think tactically he's better. The only problem is Terrence has an ego. We all have egos. Terrence is ingrained in his personality. So if Canelo hit me real hard, I would circle out, reset, figure out why that happened, and then try to fix it. Terrence will also do that same thing, but he's also going to get his get back. And he won't let it go. That is a incredibly beneficial trait to have. Can also be incredibly dangerous. Because we kind of seen it in the Gamboa fight where he went away from boxing for a second because he got angry and he started to fight. You're going to have a tough time out fighting Canelo because he hits too hard and he can take a shot. So you're going to have to, in my opinion, again, I'm no expert. What do I know? But in my opinion, he's got to outbox Canelo and outthink him and outpace him because Canelo can't keep up with his pace.
Well,
he could really gas him if he wanted to.
But is that the seed planet for if you're going to watch the fight, that you may not want to set all of your emotions in the first 4 rounds?
No, you can't. No, because Terrence will spend the first part of the fight downloading information. He's like a computer. He's gonna look and see. He's gonna check it out. He's gonna download it. He's gonna get comfortable, and then he'll start to pick it up. He'll start to pick. So the first 3 or 4 rounds, you might as well throw him away. It doesn't really matter who wins because he's just downloading. He's actually like, in terms of his tactics, he's very similar to Mayweather. He's very, very smart. Now what he does with that information is typically different. He is not as defensively sound, not because he's incapable, it's because he's unwilling. Terrence likes action. He likes action. He likes to fight. But you gotta. Canelo's not that guy. You can do that with Spence. You can do that with Spence. You can be tactical, kind of pick him apart early, pace him, get him a little tired, and then you can fight him, which is essentially what he did. He just kind of picked him apart early, downloaded the information, and then just fought him and just banged him up. It's going to be tough to do that to Canelo because Canelo has insane power.
From the text line, if the question is, if Bud pulls it off, can he do it with a KO, or do you think he needs to outpoint Canelo?
Oh, I think you can put him out. I think it's less than likely, but it's possible for sure. Terrence he's got insane power in his hands, especially from southpaw, which is odd.
Yeah, I keep the boxing historian in me keeps trying to find a similar story metric, styles of fighter, and you really can't do it.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
So to be fair,
he's special.
Like I want to put it in, like, you know, there've been several different, even back to the days of Michael second to none and Thomas Hearns. You try not to cross over too much. That Roy Jones, Bernard Hopkins, watching people who, you know, and of course Sugar Ray Leonard is probably the one that, in watching the evolution of the fighter,
right,
from welterweight to light heavyweight, you get to see. I just remember all the questions.
Right.
Ray, how are you going to get through Duran, the Hands of Stone? Not realizing that Duran was also a come up. He fought lighter than before he fought welterweight and middle. Then it's Thomas Hearns, who at 6'3" plus, delivers a different kind of blow, different leverage, different speed. Then, there's Benitez. Then there's all these other fighters. You get to the Donnie Lalondes and the right. Like those guys where you're fighting real light heavyweights. But then it caps with the Hagler fight, in which every expert had questions about whether can Ray handle Hagler's tenacity. Right. That Sugar Ray was given the idea that he was a finesse fighter. But Ray was a bit of a savage.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Ray was a punisher.
Yeah, he had that dog in him.
Right?
Yeah, he would dog fight.
Right? So
He could.
Where when you say top 10 fighters, right? And I make people mad because I'll go back beyond. Like I'm old. Like I was raised by like my stepdad was a DC cop who loved, like he would start every discussion about Rocky Marciano and Sugar Ray Robinson. Like literally every conversation. Like before you're gonna talk, you gotta go back in history. And I don't want to be that guy, but I'm kind of that guy. When you say you put him at the top of the spear, at the point of the spear, who else is at the point? Give me like Ali, because we forget Ali had moments that were not Ali-esque.
Well, I don't know that we would even put Muhammad Ali in. Oh, there's going to be this text line's about to go insane.
All right.
If he wasn't the personality that he had, I don't know that we would put Ali in the greatest of all time conversations. Because if we really look at his fights, a lot of those guys he doesn't beat if he can't absorb the blows.
Yeah, but he was the greatest. He was the most skilled fighter ever. Ever.
I don't know if I go that far.
First of all, Ali was strong. He was strong, man. We think about his quick.
And for his size, he was fighting really. That gets missed a lot. He wasn't that big of a heavyweight.
No, he was
He
not.
wasn't that big. He's my size. Like I'm trying to remember the weight. There was a bunch of times he weighed in at like 208.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't that big.
Like, I mean, and neither was Joe Frazier. Like Frazier was really a light heavy.
Yeah, but Foreman.
Right.
Like,
but you fight
that was
Foreman.
the size of heavyweights back then.
And I mean, and there was a run of the Shavers, the Ernie Shavers, them do the real bangers, right?
For sure. He fought a little guy style at heavyweight, which I think looks different.
Right.
And so I think that's why I'm not saying he's not talented or he wasn't talented or that he wasn't one of the greatest of all time. I just think had he been a heavyweight at a different time, I think it would have been different.
So where's Tyson in the
nowhere close. Nowhere close. In terms of popularity, of course, Mike Tyson was an absolute superstar. But my very close friend, Teddy Atlas, said,
I love Teddy.
Mike Tyson has never won a fight. That's what he told me to my face. Mike Tyson has never won a fight. He's a front runner. He will go in and bash people if you let him. Teddy Atlas said anytime Mike Tyson ran into any sort of adversity and had an actual fight, he lost.
Teddy and Freddie Roach are two, like if you ever want to have your head spin.
Right. Well, so don't come at me.
Right.
I didn't say it. I'm just repeating it. Teddy Atlas said it. And nobody knows Mike Tyson better than Teddy Atlas. And if you really look at his career, of course, he's insanely powerful, crazy explosive, just absolute insane brain. Like there's something wrong with that man, even still to this day. But I mean, was he the most skilled boxer in the world? Nowhere close.
Who? Okay, so we got to. We're up against the break.
Are you kicking us out of here, Bob?
No, it's the break. It's just the break. We'll come back. We'll pick up right there, though.
Okay.
Because, and it's different descriptions for the question, because we can say the most skilled,
right?
Or you can say just simply the most complete, or the
Yeah.
best, whatever that definition is. So we'll go down those paths, Mr. Smith.
All
right, Mr. Smith here on Lionheart.
Make this your best football season yet with help from Limitless Mail. If you're struggling with low energy, muscle loss, brain fog, belly fat, mood swings, it's likely low testosterone, and Limitless Mail can fix that. We've helped over 100,000 men feel stronger, leaner, sharper, and more like themselves again. Don't sit on the sidelines this season. Take control. Book your free consult today at limitlessmail.com. That's limitlessmail.com.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Acres Fall John Deere Super Sale event is underway. Our complete inventory of John Deere equipment is marked down to sell. From large ag equipment to compact tractors and gators, Acres has something for everyone. And don't miss our State Fair Harvest Days parts and merchandise sale in Grand Island. Special in-store discounts and incentives are available. Visit our Grand Island location at 4050 West Stawley Park Road and see what Acres has to offer. Visit acres.com for all the details. Offer ends September 13th, 2025.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria, tacos, and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies with light winds. An afternoon high around 83. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, below around 64. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies, be breezy with an afternoon high near 86. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Welcome back. But we have one more friend of the show that we need to take care of. Kind sir, pay the bills.
Absolutely. Hour 2 here is sponsored by Schwezo Construction, where safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Schwezo has hired skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back on and off the job site. Apply today at Schwezo.com. 40 years strong in business, Schwezo Construction.
Anthony Lionheart Smith, we left it here. If, let's say that Bud is fighting, he's already in the club. He's already got a key to the club.
All right.
But who's already in the club? What 4 fighters are also there? Like, there's only 5 whose card gets him in the club. Bud's in. Who else is in?
I think we're talking just most skilled. Now remember, I'm talking most skilled.
Okay, most skilled,
not most credentialed.
Okay, got it.
There's no way we can't put Lomachenko in that top 4 of most skilled fighters. I know he's not the most credentialed, but watching him fight is like watching poetry in motion. It's one of the prettiest things I've ever seen.
Has he deposited that much in his equity bank that we've seen his quality of work, longevity of work?
No, that's not what I'm talking about, though.
Okay.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's a different conversation.
Okay.
I just think pure, it's kind of like Demetrius Johnson. He's not going to get the GOAT conversation. But in terms of his actual skills, his abilities,
yep.
Of course, he's taken losses. They at some point, everyone's going to. But I just think Lomachenko had one of the prettiest looking styles, and just
can't argue that
the angles, the footwork, the speed, the defensive responsibility.
He was a scientist.
He's a scientist. Yeah,
he's a scientist.
It's like a dancer.
Neo.
Yeah. You have to put Roy Jones, especially in his prime. Like, he was probably the most complete fighter because he was defensively sound, crazy offensive output, but also had that star power. He had the interviews. He could sort of rap. He could, he was, he had the it factor that like Terrence doesn't have.
Right.
So I would say Terrence is in there. And you have to put Mayweather. I mean, you have to. He's in terms of his. Now the argument will always be he didn't beat anybody in their prime. He always got him a little late, but he still has those names and those scalps on the mantle. So it would be Mayweather, Roy Jones. I would put Terrence, Lomachenko. You have to put Ali. We could go
Where's
on,
Pacquiao?
but he's top 10 for sure.
Now his son is hurting his name.
Who's?
Chavez.
Yes.
His son is hurting his legacy and his name. Chavez.
Yeah. Like, I would throw Whitaker in that top 10 too.
Sweet Pea, again, one bad decision.
Yeah.
One bad decision.
Because I don't look at the end of their career. I look at their prime. I don't look at how it ended. I look at when they were at their best. Like, Lomachenko, obviously, he's taken some losses, but when he was at his prime,
Sweet Pea was.
Yeah.
Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea was a problem.
That's different.
Sweet Pea was a problem. But that is the thing. What about Oscar?
Top 10. Yeah.
Right?
He's in the
De La
top 10.
Hoya
De La Hoya's top
legitimately
10.
from a skill set.
Yeah, but he hurts his own, wearing the dress and the heels and all the drugs and the partying and
isn't that it? Right?
He went through some weird times, but in terms of like his prime,
man,
that guy was good. That guy was good.
We came up with a name that I had forgotten how disrespectful we are to him. But Michael
because
Spinks,
he acts like a fool now.
Well, no, but Michael Spinks is the one that we.
Oh yeah.
We don't listen. That if Michael Spinks stayed at light heavyweight, he would be the GOAT light heavyweight.
If Terrence loses, that's the exact.
That's the space.
That's the exact same conversation we'll be having in 10 years.
That, especially if he loses the way that Spinks lost to Tyson.
Right.
But people forget that's the only loss in Michael Spinks' career. You're talking about a superhuman Olympic career.
Right.
And then, of course, there's the family aspect of it. And then if he does not go up to heavyweight and got talked into going up to heavyweight, there was no he didn't have weight issue. He could have stayed at light heavyweight.
And he didn't really care about his legacy like that.
At the time, he
kind of was chasing a check. It was a big check that was too hard to say no to.
Well, I mean, but that Spinks family was poor.
Yeah.
Like, this was new money. This was new, right? Get it
It's,
while you.
Well, when you're in that kind of mentality, though, it doesn't matter how much money you got because he had plenty of money when he fought him. He was fine then. But it's so hard when you come from what they came from. It's so hard to turn down an opportunity. You're leaving a big check on the table.
That's millions
and millions of dollars. And back then, That might as well have been $100 million now.
That was the real pay-per-view days where
Right.
you had to go to an arena to watch him and Tyson fight.
Sure.
And those arenas were sold out all over the country.
And those pay-per-views were $85 then.
Bruh, it was.
People are complaining about it now. The UFC pay-per-views being $85. These are $85 then.
We took a limo from Northern Virginia to Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland, and we bought just seats to get in to watch it on the big screen that hangs over the basketball court. And it sold out at I want to say it was $105 a ticket.
Right.
20,000 people, 18,000 people to go watch this thing. And you talk about being mad.
Right.
90 seconds.
Right.
90 seconds. And he was never, he was like, you know what? I'm cool.
No, I'm going to take all this money. I'm going to hire a couple people to help me carry it.
30.
And I'll see you later.
32-1.
He never fought again, right?
I can't recall.
I don't know that. I don't think he did.
But they still say
that's the realm. That's the issue that Terrence will run into if he loses.
Ring Magazine puts him at 42 all time.
That feels a bit low.
That again, because 31-0 prior to that fight.
But you can't also say that Mike Tyson is a better boxer. That's why fighting is so crazy. The best guy doesn't always win. It's the guy that has the most effective.
Well, that's UFC.
That has the most effective skill set.
That's UFC.
There's no way Mike Tyson is not a better all-around boxer than Spinks. They're not even close.
Yeah,
but one of them has something different than the other one.
Well, I mean, because technically, well, I'll say it the way that he said it. If you want to get techno about it, Larry Holmes was a more skilled fighter
for sure
than Tyson.
For sure.
He just ran into him at the wrong time.
Right.
At the wrong time. Holmes went through that division.
Mm-hmm.
We don't give him the
we
credit.
don't give Holyfield as much credit either.
Another one that if Holyfield had stayed at light heavyweight.
Yeah.
He was a light heavy.
Mm-hmm.
He got tired of fighting Dwight Muhammad Qawi.
Right.
That
Lennox Lewis doesn't get enough credit either.
Except for that knockout that he took from
I can't think of it.
Not Ruddock. DC fighter. Razor or something. It wasn't Riddick Bowe.
No, it wasn't
Bowe
Riddick
was
Bowe.
But Bowe was another one that if he didn't have the mental issues,
right?
That Riddick Bowe was chopping that division down.
For sure.
So you talk about the best that ever did it.
Mm-hmm.
The light heavyweights, Aaron Pryor is still the one that we don't talk about enough in the sense that he annihilated two divisions, went and stalked. They said, give me a name of the guy. In order for you to call me the GOAT, who do I have to get? And they said, Arguello. And Aaron Pryor stalked Arguello. He said, I want everybody Arguello fought. I'm going to beat them. I'm going to knock them all out where you got to fight me. And then that first round.
Him.
Oh, my goodness. Now.
That's like Pereira stalking Adesanya.
Right.
From a bar in Brazil.
Right.
He said, what? Okay.
I'm coming.
I'm on my way.
I'm coming.
I'm on my way.
But you have to put the star by Aaron Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Tell us why.
He had the magic bottle. He had the Hey, Bach, I don't know if do you know the Aaron Pryor Arguello story? So, and again, this was the super fight back then. That if you want to take Crawford and Canelo, take it back 30 years.
Right.
Or 40 years. That Arguello and Pryor, and this was a national TV fight. Oh, I missed the days. This was CBS on a Saturday afternoon. And I mean to tell you, they went at it. This was Hagler Hearns. But Bob, in between them rounds, Pryor's people was like, hey, man, get the bottle. Get the special bottle. He literally, with the microphone on, he's like, no, get the special bottle, the one I made.
Yeah. You remember what was in it?
Oh, he tried to say it was peppermint water.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know this.
Tell it.
You can't do that.
And
You
Bob,
can't. I
he
repeat,
taped
you
the-
can't do
he
that.
He taped the entire bottle so you couldn't see what was pouring out, and they allowed it ringside. They allowed.
It's craziness.
They might as well have done what they do in commercial and the cartoons, where you have the jug of moonshine and you just put X's on it.
Yeah, like Paulo Costa's like special juice or whatever it is.
Special juice.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you-
this is crazy.
Now the UFC has had moments. It's had its special corner moments, whether it be taping, whether it be weight loss, dietary.
Oh, where's Captain Eric over there when we're talking about GSP and the greasing?
Please tell it. Please, let's get.
He's going to look right over the fact that GSP greased all the way through the BJ Penn fight. Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Define grease. Bach, are you familiar with the term?
Well, what happens is if you're fighting a really good grappler, what people used to do back in the day before they started getting there's a lot of
diabolical.
Oh, it was way worse than just the Vaseline thing. Because back in the day, so what some guys would do is they would bathe the night before and the morning of in water, fill and then put a bunch of baby oil in the water, and they'd soak in the bathtub for hours. Because you were fighting a great grappler. Then when the referee checks you, you already got your clothes on, so your sweat is soaking into your shirt. So then you take your clothes off, and your coaches and stuff wipe you down. Well, then the referee runs his hands on you, and you're dry, so you're not slippery. You get into the fight, you start sweating, and then all of that baby oil that you had soaked in your skin starts coming out. Well, it's like wrestling a hog wrap, that's covered in baby oil. You can't get a hold of anything. You can't choke nobody. There's no takedowns. So GSP, there were some rumors that he had some greasing allegations. Well, then they're in the middle of a fight. I believe it was BJ Penn, and Greg Jackson this is back in the day when the corners could have the Vaseline in the bucket. And so Greg Jackson rubs a whole handful of Vaseline, and then he starts rubbing George's back like he's massaging it. He's just rubbing Vaseline on it so that BJ Penn couldn't get his guard super high because he was crazy flexible. And then GSP just sliced right through his guard the entire time. Now, would GSP have done that anyways? We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know, will we, Eric?
We'll
never know.
Eric,
we'll never know.
Yeah.
There's no way to tell.
Eric. And then Eric goes all the way. He goes, in that bottle, there must have been a little bit of Eric, I can't even read that, but you're absolutely right. And it was Hasim Rahman that got Lennox Lewis, stunned him as well. Phil, just for that, Bach, we have a gift card. Don't we have a gift card over there, kind sir?
Yeah.
That's a great pull. Phil, we're gonna set you up with a gift card because that's a great pull. Hasim Rahman, who actually invited me to his house after he won the title.
Really?
I got to wear the belt. Dear friends with Rock Newman, who was his manager at the time. He had a clothing line that lasted all of 2 years.
Thanks for the invite.
No, it was there.
You didn't invite your friend Anthony?
No.
What year was that?
I did you a favor.
What year was that?
This was, I want to say this was 2001, 2000.
Okay, well, I was 12.
Yeah. That's did you a favor. Eric says bleep off Anthony. Just for telling that story.
Well, I'm not wrong.
Look, you can be mad at the truth, but it's still the truth.
It's still the truth.
It is still the truth. We'll throw the break. We'll close out Lionheart Live. We'll get his pick for Canelo and Crawford. We'll also get his pick for UFC Noche. We'll get his pick for the Huskers. We'll get all of that when we come back to Lionheart Live.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Midwest Bank is proud to serve Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank making local decisions, supporting community organizations, and helping businesses succeed with 10 locations throughout the state from Wisner to Deschler, Norfolk to York, and right here in Lincoln too. Whether you're opening a checking account, buying your first home, in need of an ag loan, or in search of cash management services for your business, we're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Hungry for something real? Come to HF Crave, Lincoln's favorite spot for burgers that are anything but basic. Locally sourced Nebraska beef, hand-cut fries, and bold flavors that'll make your taste buds cheer. Whether you're craving the classics or ready to try something wild, they've got the burger that gets you. HF Crave. Fresh, local, craveable. Find them at 48th and Holdridge or order online at hfcrave.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. Family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. Go bold this summer and fall with endless possibilities. Stop in now for the best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coats, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store.
Final segment. Anthony Lionheart Smith, and he is reading the text line now. So y'all he got his first peek. Anthony, what'd you see?
Well, I seen Eric backpedaling a little bit. Which is fine. I like messing with him. He's my new friend.
That is so funny. We're gonna put you in. Texas says, yeah, the USADA approved inhaler.
The USADA approved inhaler. Yeah,
I like that.
I think I know what he's talking about. I think they're talking about who was that idiot football player came into the UFC for a little bit.
Oh,
Greg, no, is it Greg?
Oh yeah, big boy, Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys.
Greg Hardy.
Greg Hardy.
Greg
Hardy used an inhaler in the middle of a fight, like in between the rounds. Like,
Bach, literally.
he used an inhaler. They're like, listen, dog, you can't do that. You just got to be tired like the rest of it. You can't do that.
It's like,
also, you're not great at fighting. I'm glad you're not here anymore. You're a terrible person too.
Terrible person.
Terrible
huge,
human.
Huge.
He gets knocked out for like as a hobby these days. He's been doing like some of this weird celebrity boxing.
Oh, please don't do that.
No,
Please
he
don't
needs
do
to
that.
keep doing it.
Daryl says, I was at Pershing Auditorium for Spinks and Tyson. Yeah,
Wow.
that was. I would imagine that was the thing. Does Roberto Duran enter the conversation anywhere?
Always.
Based on skills,
Always. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Which also
Always.
means that you have to.
The problem is the list is, if you cap it at 10, there's gonna be a lot of people that we probably deserve to be in there. There's not enough room. We need
Wilfred
like a
Benitez, who
we need like a tied for 10. You just have like 20 people that are tied for number 10.
right.
You know?
It's the bounce, right? That and Eric says, I apologize, Mr. Smith.
My man.
The full understanding. Okay, so let's go through it. Huskers this week against Houston Christian.
Huskers by 1,000.
Yeah, there's
by a mile.
Ridge Lovett always screamed after his matches, Huskers by 90.
Mhm.
Like that's the concept. So to do that,
Yeah.
What's going to be the best fight in San Antonio in your mind?
Ooh, the main event for sure. John Silva versus Diego Lopez. Great fight. Just because of the way they match up stylistically. John Silva really, really hard to take down, but Diego Lopez, incredible grappler. I just don't know if he can get it there. That's going to be the question. It's going to be fun. John Silva, insane, like dynamic striker, crazy power, a lot of fun, really playful, really loose, does some really, really magical things on his feet. Diego Lopez, pretty hittable.
He has made a point. Like he is skillful at getting hit.
I think he needs to stop taking a page out of my book and blocking punches with his face.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He's just so hittable, and John Silva is so good at hitting people that I think the difference maker is going to be, can Diego Lopez get it to the ground? I think that's imperative that he does if he wants to be successful. So I think just stylistically, the way that they match up, one wants to get it to the ground, likely. The other one's really good at keeping it on his feet. And that same guy is also very good on his feet, and the other guy's very hittable. So
is there a Dana White moment where you go, okay, I know that you're looking at the main event, but there's another fight on the card that kind of intrigues you?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't until tomorrow. I won't really dig super deep.
But
into
see,
it.
I know that about you. That's why I asked the question whether you had peeked at it or not.
I haven't yet.
Can I tell you that I'm a huge Rob Font fan?
Love Rob Font.
Right? That on the circle.
What's the main card?
So you've got Lopez Silva, Font, Martinez, Jared Gordon,
Jonathan Martinez.
No, David Martinez.
David Martinez. Okay.
Rafa Garcia and Jared Gordon.
Jared Gordon's fun.
I hope this is not a retirement fight for Kevin Gastelum.
Who's he fighting?
Dustin Stoltzfus.
No, he'll smoke him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quan Lee and Santiago Luna.
Fight.
Alexander Hernandez, Diego Ferreira.
That's a good fight too.
Yeah. Surprising. Here's my fight of the night.
Okay.
In the prelims, number 2, Tatiana Suarez versus number 4, Amanda Lemos.
That's a really good fight, actually.
Why is that in the prelims? That's the second best fight on the card.
It's probably a bit of a punishment, I would imagine.
To who?
Probably Tatiana.
Oh, do tell.
She wasn't what she said she was in her last fight.
First title fight.
Yeah.
Moment too big.
Yeah.
Not an athlete.
Yeah. And
Mr. Go 30.
Well, and Weili is better than people give her credit for.
Right.
And people say she could be one of the best female fighters of all time. I think she's even better than people say. She's better than people say. And I think that they thought her wrestling game, I think she was exposed. I think that's the problem. Tatiana was exposed.
Well,
if she can't get a takedown, she can't win.
Amanda's that you're right. This is a brawl.
Lemos is good.
This is a brawl.
Lemos is good.
This is a brawl. Crawford, Canelo, kind sir.
Crawford by 90.
Crawford by 90. That's so good. That is
Crawford
so
by
good.
90.
That is so good. Right? So Kind sir, again, thank you for always adding to. The conversations are always different. They're always good. They're always insightful and informative. Kind sir, thank you, kind sir. I will see you in San Antonio.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. We'll do that. Don't go anywhere. It is Bach and the Black Shirt. They'll take you through to 3 o'clock today. Don't go anywhere. More Ticket Sports Ticket taking you through Lincoln.
Chorizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general